One last question. Lisa, the voucher program is envisioned to be for everyone. It's supposed to be, I guess it's the broadest in the nation, really. But in Utah, there are vast stretches of areas where there are no private schools now. Does this plan really make private schools available to everyone?
It really doesn't. Over half the counties in Utah have no private schools at all, and you can argue that those counties are less populated than, say, Salt Lake County and Utah County. But again, if we're working on a policy that's supposed to help all the children throughout the state and not just those people that live along the Wasatch Front, that's a consideration. People in those counties will be paying into a program. This doesn't give them more choices. It forces them to pay for somebody else's private school education, something that's not accessible to them. And the amount of the voucher is so far below the average cost of tuition at a private school, it doesn't really increase the access to those children who are really in low-income families. The average price of private school tuition in Utah is about $8,000. Now, you'll hear numbers that are about half of that. To get to that lower number, they've got to do a lot of massaging of the data. Again, the Utah State study and the fiscal analyst both estimated about $8,000. So even receiving the average voucher of $2,000, that's a lot of money a family still needs to come up with. This doesn't really improve the access for those low-income families, and then at the same time, we're giving $500 vouchers to millionaires. So again, it's too broad. It doesn't improve the access to the children it really should be trying to help, and there are just so many flaws with it. It's not worth the money.
Okay. Doug, again, is this promise is held up for everyone? Is it an illusion, or is it a real promise to everyone?
You think I might have an answer to what Lisa said, I imagine.
Maybe.
I might. The reality is, if you talk to any political strategist and say, how do you get people to vote against a referendum or initiative? They say, oh, that's easy. That strategy's been known forever. It's called FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Just create some level of uncertainty out there and any doubt, and then it's easy for people to vote no. And our opponents clearly are pursuing that strategy, and this is a classic example of it. 97% of the population in Utah live within counties that have private schools. And so, yeah, half the counties have 3% of the population, but 97% of the kids live in counties with schools and with kids with private schools in the county. Secondly, the Sutherland Institute just completed a new poll of private schools in the state and came back with average tuition being $4,500, with a lot of schools of tuition under $3,000.
That's after they eliminated the expensive ones. You really should add that in.
Okay. So, if I write an editorial, I'll make sure that goes in there.
Go and look at the study.
Okay.
Just look at the study. What it is, it's a question of access. Do low-income parents have access to affordable private schools? And the answer is absolutely. Over 60 of them at $4,000 or less. And so again, you've got this, and those parents are eligible for $3,000 voucher. And so does that give them access to those public schools? Absolutely. And again, it's kind of bureaucrats trying to make choices for us instead of letting parents make that choice. Hey, if none of them take it, then, God, we can see in a few years and scrap the program because, God, nobody was taking it. It's a pretty easy decision. I happen to believe parents can make good choices for their kids, and given this empowerment, clearly will.
Well, Doug's right about one thing. The proponents of a proposal, the burden of proof is on them to show that it really will be worth the cost and it really is going to produce the results they want. So as an opponent, I'm still waiting for the proof, and I hope that voters will be looking for that.
Okay, well, I think we've answered some questions today. I guess we haven't answered all of them, but our viewers will have plenty of chances to find out more. There are 3 debates Thursday in Provo County on this issue, and as the issue heats up, I imagine there'll be more, and we at the Daily Herald are going to keep examining it in great detail, do some of the math, and we'll check out some of the things you've talked about, and I imagine I'll be talking to both your organizations.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Doug, I really enjoyed it.
Jim, thank you.
Thank you very much.